Hey Aries, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we are checking into this blue moon in Pisces. We're taking a look at what is changing for Aries, like with this blue moon. The overall main energy we got was number 2, the Moon Soul card. So I think a lot is going to be changing for you guys. The moon itself represents change and cycles and different things like that. So that's exactly what I feel. You're entering a brand new cycle of your life, a cycle filled with action and things like starting to happen. The moon is associated with the High Priestess card. So I feel that you sense like a change in the wind, like you sense a stirring of something. We on the back of the deck of the Moonology deck, we had nothing is yet set in stone. Like I feel like things are in flux. You feel things changing in your favor, and perhaps you may even be reminded of like a time period from the past. There's some sense of familiarity about the energies. You might be seeing certain same patterns repeating, certain symbols, certain feelings that you're having that remind you of a similar time of your life in the past. Could be from 20 years ago, doesn't matter. Could be from a month ago, but it's something about it where you feel like almost like it's a lucky time right now, or things are going your way. Like you feel like you're going to start having some good luck. You can also feel free to check your chart, check your moon sign, check like your moon placements, like the house where your moon resides and the sign that it's in could give you an indication of like what area of your life is going to be changed the most. Like for instance, my moon is in Leo in the 7th house. So Leo, passion, creativity, you know, whatever Leo represents, like fun and play and romance and things like that. The 7th house is the realm of like relationships, and not just romantic. It could be, you know, your friendships and your personal close relationships, your best friends, Libra rules, things like that, your interactions with other people. So like, for instance, for me, that's what I might see like the most change happening. That's kind of broad. But, you know, but if it was like the 2nd house, it could be like things about money and the things you value, your material things, getting more creature comforts around you. I mean, it could vary. So I would check that out. This card was talking about it. But yeah, I feel like as we're entering into these energies, like this time right now, like where this moon, you know, we can feel it start stirring. I feel like you already are, or you will soon. I'm getting a sense of like your past and your future colliding, and you sort of like starting off in this energy of like reflecting on where you've been. We have a time for healing, but like I said, this nothing is yet set in stone card was on the bottom of the deck, mutable moon. So I feel like we're shifting out of, which I'm sure you're excited to hear, out of this healing time period. And with the humble energy, I feel that you're reflecting on maybe the lessons you've learned from the past, what you expect for yourself from the future. You're seeing how that's changed, the way that you look at yourself in the present, how you view your own capabilities and your own goals and your own worth. You're noticing that a lot of things have changed as a result of you doing this inner work. And it's with the humble card being here, I feel that you're recognizing too the ease in which you're able to deal with certain issues that crop up in your life. With a time for healing, humble, the ego, I'm getting when a situation arises, it's not that you don't get upset. I feel that you're just able to handle things more effectively. You're able to not take things so personally. You're able to view things from a more detached perspective. You're not viewing it from the perspective of your ego. Does that make sense? You're viewing it from the perspective of your soul, I'm getting with these energies. And it's just creating more peace for you in your soul overall, which is raising your vibration, which is probably why these good things are starting to come in for you. with this stable energy being here with the leap card. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. Again, this is an action card in the, what the heck is this deck called? Oh my god, I just like forgot the name of it. Oh, the, not Wild Unknown. Isn't it something, Work Your Light? I'm so sorry, I just had like a brain freeze. The Work Your Light Oracle. There's like different kinds. There's activation cards, inquiry cards, like we have to question things. This again is an action card. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. I feel like you have no doubt that the universe will catch you, and you have no doubt that like it's the right time to leap, or you will have that feeling like when it's time. Like you will take action because you want to. You won't be feeling forced into doing it. It's you will want to take this action, and nothing will even be able to stop you. And I feel like you are leaving behind the part of you that would always doubt yourself and tell yourself no. And maybe it wasn't the right time, but this was on the bottom of the deck. No, wait, postpone. I tried to say postpone and pause at the same time, I think. Postpone, pause, and say no. And I feel like, again, this is like this is the energy that you're leaving behind. I'm trying to stop saying sort of so much. Like I can't stand it. This is the energy that you're leaving behind. And with the stable energy, clarifying this energy, I feel that this time for healing has allowed you the opportunity to become more stabilized. We have a giant full moon on here. So I think I was just saying that you've learned how to move through a crisis with grace. You've learned how to not let it affect your ego. Like I was saying, if you're having problems with other people, you're not taking things personally. You're focused on the solution. You're more solution oriented than I have to be right oriented, if that makes sense. More ego oriented. I was already saying that. I'm kind of reiterating that message again, but I feel like that you have been tested with this time for healing. I feel that you have moved through lots of challenges and setbacks with a sort of grace, a humility, and a positive attitude. I'm thinking of that song, Where There's No Such Thing as a Crisis. That's Joe Budden. My point, hard to come up short when shit is priceless. I feel like you have that attitude of Joe Budden and stuck in the moment. And I feel like you are stuck. I didn't shuffle a song for this reading, but let's just use that one. But I feel like you were stuck in the moment. Well, we didn't move over here yet, but I guess we can now. But like, I feel like you were kind of stuck in an infinite moment of maybe not pain, maybe you wouldn't classify it that way, pain, despair, lethargy, depression, you were in a rut, whatever you would call it. I feel like you were stuck for a very long time, stuck in the moment for some reason. Maybe something in that song could clarify. We have this never-ending story here on the bottom of the deck, and I feel that you were perhaps asking spirit, wondering why you weren't getting any help from spirit, why you weren't able to progress in your life, even if it was your own doing and you were keeping yourself stuck and sabotaging yourself. Why do I do this? It's like a never-ending story, like it's never gonna end. I feel like you would maybe sometimes like shout to the universe, what does it say? Yes, love me, yes. What? Oh, it's just like a little thing you can spin. I feel like you could almost be like shouting to the universe, like throw me a bone, like, or something like that. But even if the universe did throw you a bone, you might have squandered it. Threw you some help, you might have not really acted on it or not used it. But we have this leg up, and I feel like I'm getting that saying. Is it from the Bible? Like, God helps those who help themselves. I don't know if it's actually from the Bible or if that's just a saying, but a proverb or something. But I'm getting that sense where you finally stopped like looking up, like expecting the universe or spirit or God to like swoop in and like save the day for you, and started like trying to help yourself and give yourself the help that maybe you felt you were owed, and started making things happen for yourself. It's like you realize like no one's gonna do this, like I have to do this independent energy. And I feel like because you've done that, you've built a sense of confidence within yourself that you did not, like, if you didn't go through this process, if spirit would have just like been like, okay, here, phew, there you go, there's $1 million, enjoy, like, you would, again, I think, squander it. You would have maybe spent all the money and then be back where you started, whereas now you have this like sense of what you're capable of that you didn't have before. You feel like you're capable of so much. Like, you look at yourself so differently, and you're looking at the past differently. You're I think I was already saying that's how your expectations for the future have changed, because your perception of yourself has changed as a result of this, I think, very trying time that you've gone through. And there's some real change coming through on the horizon. Definitely some help. This is a time for action where things are going to be moving. We have 2 cards here that say, take a leap of faith, leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. The Independent card. I think you have been on your own for a while. Even if you've been around people, like kind of, there's been sort of a facade of, oh, like, you know, but then it's like going home at night and like being deep in thought or deep in this sort of soul work that maybe nobody even knew about. But it's, I feel that it is paying off. I feel like if there has been blocks, there has been disappointments and setbacks and delays and stagnation, it's finally like coming to an end. Like, things are in flux and are flowing and moving again. It's beautiful. Like, with the grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith, unpredictable. I'd be prepared to be like just inspired to act on something. I almost want to read from the book quick. Where is the little grasshopper? Okay. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. Right now, you are poised to jump up into the next level of your life and move forward into something even better than you could have ever imagined. When Grasshopper spirit appears, it is a fortuitous time to take a leap into the unknown, for Grasshopper spirit represents the innovative spirit that says, why not? And has faith in the powers of co-creation. You are being called to trust that this is the right time to go with that idea, relationship, or situation. Take risks, for abundance in all forms will show up for you. Wondrous things await when Grasshopper spirit appears. You are not going to go backward, so listen to your intuition rather than your fearful ego that resists any change and clings worriedly to what was. Luck is on your side. Oh my God, yeah, luck is on your side. Jump up and forward with confidence, for spirit has so much in store for you if only you take that leap. And again, with that whole independent energy, it's like, I think you have learned to take that leap, and maybe lesser areas of your life that aren't as important to you, or maybe you've already taken the leap and now you're going to finally see the results come in. So I feel like something really cool and fun is going to happen. The universe is going to catch you. Like, I feel like that's what's going to happen. Should we look at the protection message? I feel like this is kind of where you were at in the past. Let's see. Maybe when, well, let's just read it. Is it hard for you to trust in good fortune because you have been hurt in the past when you took a risk? Staying earthbound does not offer the safety you seek, for that can be found only through trusting that spirit is always with you and wants the best for you. Your intuition is guidance from spirit telling you to let go of your fears and leap into the abundance and good fortune awaiting you. Grasshopper spirit reminds you that the only way now is to jump forward. Can you be willing to trust the unknown, the great mystery that you can't fully understand, even if you take the teeniest leap in consciousness? To be willing, even if you take the tiniest leap in consciousness to be willing, okay, it's a beautiful beginning. Sure, every leap forward brings a new challenge, but you can handle it with spirit as your partner, trusting that this new experience will only deepen your life with magic and meaning. Take the leap. So I feel like in the past, and well, what we just read about the past and then what we read about the current energies, I feel that what's really changing for Aries during the course of this full moon is your ability to unconditionally trust the universe, and the effects that learning how to do that will, and starting to see the results of trusting the universe like start to manifest in your life finally. So let's grab some tarot, and we're gonna get some tea leaf cards as well. What can Aries expect to happen? What is like changing for Aries the most during the course of this moon, this full blue moon in Pisces? What is changing for Aries? Oh. we have the Star. Beautiful, with a Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Like, that really is beautiful energy. That's like movement again, like hope being restored. The wheel starting to turn, starting to see like the light at the end of the tunnel I'm getting. We have the 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. So emotional fulfillment and satisfaction coming in here. But the fact that this 10 of Cups, well, let me just get the cards and then we'll talk. Hold on. What is coming through for Aries with this Knight of Pentacles? I mean, we'll see if it comes out. What is coming through with this full moon in Pisces for Aries? Okay. Oh my God. Okay. That came out first. Knight of Wands with Justice. I feel like someone might be offering you commitment, because I saw the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck as well. The High Priestess. Oh, that's so funny, because that's the High Priestess card as well. The Chariot is again at the bottom of the deck. We have a few major arcanas here. We have 3 out of 5 majors. And the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. I'm also going to get these and these. Hold on. Okay, clarify the Star for me for Aries. We have awkward. That's so funny, but I get what it's saying. Hold on. Because this is the question. What is changing? Okay, 10 of Cups. Intuitive. There's a lot about you trusting your intuition here. And like just feeling like the change on the horizon. Like, I love it. Okay. Immature. Knight of Wands. We have thoughtful. Okay. And the High Priestess, clarify. Sneaky. Ooh, okay. And we're going to get some of these too. And then we're going to start talking. Okay. What's that? Ink pot. Problems to be resolved. Okay. Intuitive. Let's see if I can just do that a little bit. Make sure they're spaced. Okay, sorry. Crown. Okay, Crown. We have, okay. And what's coming through for Aries? Sorry, I'm like not talking. All right. All right. So we have the Star, the 10 of Cups, Knight of Wands, Justice, and the High Priestess. I feel like what is changing for you, like let's start with this little line here. I feel like with the Star, I feel like you're just really starting to like come into your own self. Maybe you almost felt awkward. Like, I mean, it's obviously it says awkward, but you were very like judgmental of yourself, I'm getting. And I feel like what's changing for you is that if maybe like some sort of social anxiety is lifting, or some sort of problem that you had like talking to other people, I'm getting something like that. Like communicating your feelings could be, we have a lot of like moon energy present. We have the 10 of Cups right after that. It's like you feel more comfortable, like it's not as awkward to you. Like maybe I'm getting a sense of like being afraid to spill your guts, like feeling like it's awkward when you talk, and the way you come across to other people, the way other people are receiving your information. I feel like you worried a lot about that, but you're almost coming to a point now where you just feel more sure about yourself with the Star. Maybe you have some things to say that you feel like are a little out there even with the Star, because that's Aquarius energy. Maybe you feel like even your own feelings are out there and that other people would just kind of laugh at your ideas and things like that. But I feel that you're more stable, like this is talking about, in yourself, and you're really not worried. Like you're not worried. You feel like even if people don't understand you, you'll fix it. And even with the Star, and you know what, with this Moon card, it was also talking about like unexpected fame. And with the star energy coming through, I feel like I need to say that. I mean, this moon card said a lot of things, not just that, but like I did remember that. So I just wanted to say that now that I'm seeing the star. So maybe that's something where you've been afraid to step into the spotlight. You've been afraid that you were awkward, but it's like you spent a lot of time with this healing energy, working out the kinks. And now you feel ready to like kind of like unleash yourself onto the world or something. With the 10 of Cups, and the intuitive and the crown energy, there is like a lot of purple here in this card. I feel like you're starting to see yourself so differently. You're seeing yourself almost as royalty, but not in an egoic way, in a way of like, I am divinely like worthy of good things in my life. Honor and respect will come to you, and that's because you're honoring yourself. I feel like you're very, with this cup here, it's at the 10 of Cups and a card, a card of emotional fulfillment, and it's like you have achieved that on your own, like of bliss and satisfaction. You found a way to like achieve that for yourself. And it seems like before, this honor and respect has come to you from other people, you found it within yourself. Like that's what's changing. Remember how I was saying it's your soul that's changing? It's your, or did I say that? And or maybe I was just thinking it, but it's like the inner landscape really has changed. Like this healing was not wasted. I feel like it felt never ending with the never ending story. And I'm sure it's still going to continue. It's like, not like you're done. Oh, you're done with the healing, it's over. But it's like, I think like the main lessons have been mastered. It's like, okay, it's like if you were going to school for something and you graduated and then you got your new job, but it's like you still have to take some like sort of like refresher courses every now and then, or you know, get recertified for something, but it's like the main schooling is done, but like we still revisit it sometimes, or have to learn new things sometimes, or whatever, like if that makes sense. So I feel like you've really come to such a good place within yourself, like regardless of what's going on with you, with other people and stuff. Like even if you've been in a relationship, for example, you could have like went through this journey and found this peace within yourself. So I feel like that's what's changed the most. The intuitive, it's like you feel like you know that it's time. I feel like you know that like honor and respect, like you expect it in a way of like, I earned this, I deserve this, because like I am an honorable and respectable person. Like, and you've gone to great lengths to make yourself happy. Moving over here to the Knight of Wands with the immature, like how crazy that that's together. And I feel like what's changing is that you've sort of been able to take a look at your own actions, take a look in the mirror here at your own behaviors and your own actions. Like I was saying, I feel like there was some sort of ego death that occurred, that maybe you were acting in ways that was argumentative, brash, very like seeking validation from other people, and you're noticing that like you don't really need that anymore. It's the only validation that you need is from spirit, I'm getting. The only validation that you need is the integrity, like the feeling of like knowing that you had the integrity to do the right thing, like by yourself, you know, like not by anyone else's standards. I feel like there's this sort of distancing from the crowd that's kind of occurring. We have this independent energy. I feel like this is going to like expand out and include others. And I feel like I am getting a lot about a relationship or something like that. But I feel like this moment of like feeling the difference in yourself is so important to the process that it doesn't even like, yes, not that the relationship isn't going to be important, but it's not the point. Like the point is like, oh my God, like look at how much I've grown. Going from like a Knight of Wands energy into like a Justice energy, for example, is very interesting to me. With the Horseshoe card being here representing good luck, I feel like what I was hearing when I heard that, or excuse me, when I saw that card, I was thinking of like good sense. Like, thank God I had the good sense to sort of, thank God I had the good sense to grow myself this way. Thank God I had the good sense to expand myself in this way. Like, I feel like you're very happy with where you're at. It's something that I feel like you fought against for a while. So it's just like that whole like say no, wait, postpone, pause. I feel as though this is this is a way that you've grown, that you fought against for a while, but now that you're like looking back on it, you're realizing what good luck it was, whatever circumstances like forced this change to like be affected in you. You're grateful for it. I feel like you're looking at it as good luck. Like you're glad. You're thinking back, I think, to how you were, and you're so glad like that this happened this way, and like you're so proud of like the person you've become. Does that make sense? And you see all the ways that you've grown and changed, and you're very like happy with it. And then we're moving over to this justice energy with the thoughtful fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. I feel that with the justice energy being thoughtful, I'm really seeing these two cards as being connected a little bit. Like the Knight of Wands energy was the energy you were in the past. And remember when we were reading that grasshopper energy, and it was like, I feel like you were like a Knight of Wands, or there could have been like a feeling where you were like hurt in the past by love, and so you sought validation from maybe your partners or something like that. That may not be for everybody, but I feel like with the Justice card, it's almost as though maybe that's something that you want to leap towards, whether you have a person in mind or not. Like you're more serious about finding someone to share your life with. And that's what this leg up card was talking about. It was talking about learning how to have interdependence with people. Whereas, again, like, listen, like you're an Aries, I'm an Aries. Like we already know that it's very difficult to like let other people help us sometimes. Like we just want to do everything ourselves. Like, and sometimes that translates on the job. Sometimes it translates like, I don't need a partner. Like I just want to have my freedom and do what I want to do. Like we don't like people telling us what to do. We don't want to even risk it sometimes by like having, like giving someone the power to sort of like, because when you're in a relationship, like you kind of don't know what you're getting into until you're kind of like in the throes of it and you've already made the commitment a lot of times. And it's difficult to take that risk, because if someone ends up being a really super demanding, like controlling person, it's like, all right, like that's not going to fly. I'm not saying all Aries are the same, but I mean, I know that's something like that's pretty common for Aries. Like we don't like being told what to do, and like we're very independent. So I feel like it's difficult to like be open to bringing somebody else into the mix. And I feel that with the fox energy here, foxes are known for monogamy and things like that. And I feel like you're almost looking, if you do have an idea of somebody that you want to like spend your life with, you're almost looking at them as in a shrewd way, in a way of like, in a thoughtful way, and not just shrewd, like strategic, but thoughtful too, as in like with justice, it just balances out. Like it just works. Like my heart is light as a feather. I don't really have to even think about this. It's easy, kind of a thing. And I feel like if this is a person that you do have a past with, okay, I'm sorry. I just started reading for the first time Midnight Sun, which is like Edward's perspective of Twilight, the whole Twilight. If you hate Twilight, I'm so sorry. But there was this one quote. Oh my God, what did it say? It was like, he was talking about how like, I think his sister Alice saw a vision of him like falling in love with Bella, and he was like, I could just so easily see how I could fall in love with her so easily and so fast. Like it would be the most natural thing in the world, like to let myself do that. And he's like, what's not easy is trying to not fall in love with Bella. Like, and he's like, I forget how he describes it, but like, I mean, I only read it once today for the first time, but it's just like, I feel like that maybe was you, trying to deny your feelings for somebody, or even trying to deny in general that you maybe desired that because of the pain from the past or something. But I feel like if there was a person you really maybe tried to deny yourself like your own joy or something for a while, and you didn't realize like you were fighting against yourself a little bit, but you're kind of like looking back thoughtfully, and I think realizing that this person really is the way that she has like a little glass, it looks like at where her heart should be, there's like a little flame flickering. It's either like you're realizing, oh, this flame didn't go out, but I'm also getting a lightness, like an ease. Like you just realize like we would probably be monogamous forever. What's that song? You make love and fun. Like I feel like you think your person would make loving fun, but also that you guys would, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. There's something about you being a good team and maybe treating things like in a business-like way, like problems to be resolved, for example. Like you would just be a team working together. From a
more practical point of view you're looking at this. It's not just a romantic fancy. And I feel like you're very happy that you're able to look at things this way and see relationships this way and have a chance to maybe have a partner that you feel really has your back here with the leg up. I'm noticing the way that polar bear is climbing on the other one's back. So yeah, I'm also getting you maybe have had dreams about somebody. There might be a little bit of like a soul connection going on here, but that may not be for everybody. But with the High Priestess, the sneaky energy, and the flag, do not be tempted to lower your standards. There might be some sort of imposter energy that might have recently come through, or that spirit is some sort of deceptive energy that's going to make you question this somehow. And I think spirit's saying, do not be tempted to lower your standards. If this is coming in the form of maybe some sort of second-rate partner that you just have a bad feeling about, your intuition telling you this person isn't honest or trustworthy, or somebody coming through maybe telling you lies about your person or trying to paint them in a bad light, like making you question your own intuition here. Like with the moon soul, the High Priestess, intuitive energies coming through. It's like, trust your own knowing and see for yourself. Think about the source things are coming from. There might be some people trying to stir up some issues right now, stir things into the mix. But yeah, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just like picked up like the deck like this to cut to the deck. Well, one card fell, but I did Truth Transcends Illusion. And I also saw Be Loyal to What You Love. You know what I mean? So I feel, what's the card that fell? Now is a lucky time. Crazy. Okay. All right. Let's like end with these, because I feel like that like message really wanted to come through. I feel like something could come through to sort of try to throw you off your game, or maybe it just recently did. But it's like, I just feel like this is like really going to be a happy time for you. Truth transcends illusion. Trust your inner knowing. If something feels off to you, like if you don't trust what someone's saying to you, just reserve judgment until you know the full truth. Like, you don't have to believe them. Like, believe though that now is a lucky time. Trust your own judgment here. It's like about to be that time, and be loyal to what you love. If you have some feelings for somebody, I feel like there could be some jealous haters in the mix or something like that. Someone trying to sabotage. Just, you know, maybe they are jealous because maybe they're not very happy in their own lives, and you don't owe them anything. You have to be loyal to your own soul here. Be loyal to what you love. Like, you can't just like be with somebody because you feel bad for them, you know, kind of a thing. So that could be something that's going on right now. But all right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I like this one. I'm really excited. I hope you guys have a great full moon, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay. Bye.